So in this property, we have general dampness across the whole property. This is on the first floor, underneath the window sills, and there are high damp meter readings. Here you can see 999. That is a high damp meter reading. It's suggesting the wall is saturated. This is on the first floor. There are no stainings, so it doesn't look like water is penetrating through. This is on the ground floor. Listen to the survey. See 100%, and it goes down to normal levels there.
Yeah.
And it's at the base of the wall, because the base of the wall is always the coldest, so it's the most vulnerable to condensation. Water is drawn down through gravity, so the water forming condensation higher up the wall will be drawn down. A wet brick is a poor insulator, increasing the heat loss and therefore making it more vulnerable to condensation. So that's why people think it's rising damp, but it's not, it's condensation. You may have some other issues that I'll look at, but that's, you can see it across here. The fact that you've got it all throughout the property in different places tells me that humidity is an issue, and we can see that already with the sensors.
Yeah.
Upstairs. So it's damp there.
Yeah, not sure it is.
It's dry. It's a bit damp there. That's probably where it's probably just drying out from the gutter. When did your brother-in-law fix it?
That was fixed. Maybe that top bit. That wasn't the gutter. That was the sort of crack in the brick that was fixed. But that was a few months ago.
This one here on that
side,
one.
on the top, yeah.
Was this one the gutter then?
No, the gutter's below. The gutter is.
So at the top of the building, you have vulnerability from heat loss. You've got the heat being drawn out by that brick, but also the neighbours' plants are growing out of the top of the roof. To the tape has been removed. See how it is. Oh, 15. Yeah, that's good. That's good. 15.3. Let's see how long it overruns. You want to turn the light off? I think it's important to note that both fans have been sealed up when I visited the property. Also, there's a drying rack. Now that's the fastest way to move moisture from damp close to a cold wall, and you should only use them if you're also using a dehumidifier or good ventilation. These are better than trickle vents because you can lock it and you can adjust it, and trickle vents tend to get mixed up, tends to get spiders. And obviously that's where you're going to get the condensation. But with here, you've got two things going on. Well, apart from a thin outside wall, you've got electrical sockets in the wall, so you're getting heat loss there. And also the wiring will come from below, being from the subfloor, and the subfloor gets cold, so you get heat loss from there. Also, radiators, when they're not used, such as in summertime, they will draw the heat out because again the pipe will be under in the subfloor, so you get heat loss that way. You said that you get condensation on this wall, is it, or that wall?
So you get a bit of condensation just on this wall when we're cooking.
But have you got neighbours on that side?
Yes.
Okay.
Terrace.
Well, that just shows how much vapour is being thrown
and
into the
then
air.
sometimes on this sort of under here.
Okay. You want to try and keep the bin slightly away, so encourage airflow. If I go into this room, so that's where the dehumidifier is. How long has the dehumidifier been sitting here?
So it's been there for a while, but we haven't used it for a week.
Yeah,
Okay.
they said for the data loggers to turn it off.
Okay.
I think you'll see. I think we've had the data loggers for a couple of weeks, and you'll see a couple of really big spike drops. That's when the dehumidifier has been on in here.
Okay, that's useful. And then upstairs, were there damp issues? It's important to know that heat loss exacerbates the effects of vapour, but it's not the primary cause of dampness in walls. So there was damp over in the corner there.
Yeah.
You can see the heat loss there.
Yeah, possibly a lot under the window down there as well. It's just sort of started to look like
you do get a bit around there. And then into the corner up here, you can see a part of that is the corner, and part of it is the lack of airflow because of the cupboard.
Yeah.
So now we're looking in the subfloor void. It's very deep actually, which is good. Looks relatively dry, but I'm only seeing it from here. I'll have a look at the ventilation now. So there's decking here, which is going to restrict the airflow. Not ideal. Yeah, well, you can monitor the subfloor humidity. So this is testing for a leak, and there is no mains water leak. The level. I'll show you how to turn this stopcock on and off.
Yes.
So really important, you need to make sure that there's the internal vapour level as measured in degrees centigrade as dew point is below the outside temperature. Otherwise you have excess vapour that will find the coldest wall. Also you want to keep ventilation in the subfloor void. I opened up the holes, but you want to just make sure that all the holes in the subfloor ventilation are free flowing. And ideally you shouldn't have decking at the back because that reduces the airflow. I'll send the written report in about a week or so. There will be more details and explanations and recommendations in that. Thank you very much.